I'm Jason Webster, Beck's Hybrid's Practical Farm Research Innovation Lead. Today we're out in the field doing some strip till applications. You know, one of the nice things about Beck's Practical Farm Research is that we evaluate all the different forms of tillage that growers have choices to implement on their farm. We're out in the field at our PFR centers. We're looking at conventional tillage. We look at strip till, no-till, and even reduced till situations like vertical or universal tillage. Today we're doing strip till. We've got a KONGSKILDE strip till bar out here in the field doing an excellent job for us. Strip till has done a really nice job. You know, here we're in Central Illinois here today, so let's go to the Central Illinois PFR Center. In 2015, strip till actually was beating conventional tillage systems by over 15 bushel an acre. Those are some pretty big numbers. So it just goes to show you that strip till can do a really nice job if we manage it correctly. We look at long-term data. We go back to that Central Illinois PFR Center, 7 years of data, 7 years of implementing strip till versus conventional till. You bringing in that fall ripper and then coming in the spring and leveling everything off with either a finisher or some type of vertical tillage. Okay, strip till has beat that conventional system by a little over 3 bushel, about between 3 to 3.5 bushel per acre. So it goes to show you that strip till can do a really nice job in the field. We just have to manage it correctly. How do we do that? Well, it's going to start with the right equipment. And today we've got this KONGSKILDE strip till bar. It's a 16-row strip till bar, doing a nice job with that mole knife, and we're doing a good job of getting depth and berming that soil up. What we're doing with strip till is we're making this tillage pass in the fall. And that's all the tillage we're going to do until we plant into these strips next spring. So we're setting the stage for next year's corn crop in this case by making these strips. So we need these strips to overwinter, to get through the weather that we're going to have over the winter months, and then we need them to dry out, okay, without any erosion or anything like that. Water running down through these strips, we can't have that, so that's why we need to berm them up real nice. And then we're going to bring a planter in, we're going to use our trash whippers to pull any residue aside, and then we're going to plant right through it. You know, the yield numbers that I gave you just a moment ago are only comparisons of just the raw tillage, okay? Strip till offers us some different advantages over and above just the tillage component. You'll see on this KONGSKILDE strip till bar, we've got a tank behind this bar, and that allows us the ability to put on dry fertilizer in the strips. And so what we're doing here today is we're running strips about 6 to 7 inches wide, 6 to 7 inches deep, and in the bottom of that strip, we're putting in our fertilizer blend. We're taking care of maintenance and build-up fertilizer for next year's crop. So we're putting on, in this case, diammonium phosphate and then potash. Okay, we can do that really easy with this strip till bar that we have from KONGSKILDE. One of the questions that we've had from growers in the past too is there other premium fertilizers that we can be looking at other than just DAP and potash? And new for 2016 in Beck's PFR program, we're going to bring in Mosaic's Micro Essentials product that contains zinc and sulfur. So that product is going to be very comparable to like a DAP product, a diammonium phosphate, that we're all used to. This is going to be a similar product. Okay, it's going to be a 1240O, but it's also going to contain 10 on the sulfur side and 1 on the zinc side. One of the things we've got to do to have a successful strip till program is we've got to do a really good job coming out in the fall and creating these strips. That's going to set the foundation for a really sound strip till program. What I'd like to do realistically is think about a planter row unit. In the spring, I'm going to have to bring a planter in and plant into this strip. So it's going to have to be wide enough to support that row unit. So ideally, we'd like this trench the strip to be about 12 inches at least wide, okay? And then depth-wise, I'm going to focus on 6 or 7 inches deep. So residue, I'm not too worried about if it's on top of the trench. I just don't want it hairpinned into the soil. That's going to create some air pockets and probably poor seed to soil contact later on as we're looking at planting in the spring. So residue on top doesn't concern me. I need to do a good job of berming it up because I know over the winter this is going to settle. And if we have any water, okay, we have some weather situations where we have water running. We can't have water running through this strip causing erosion and causing gullies. That's going to cause planter chatter in the spring, and that's going to give us some problems. So we need to berm them up, keep that water off it. Again, a little bit of residue doesn't bother me as long as it's on top and not hairpinned in it. Actually, residue on top will actually protect us from the weather somewhat. In the spring then, we'll walk in with the planter, we'll use those trash whippers, we'll pull that residue aside, and we're going to plant 2 inches deep into this 7-inch strip. And what's going to be in the bottom of that 7-inch strip? That's going to be where we're placing our dry fertilizer product. And that to me is pretty exciting, because if we can come in and plant into this strip, get that corn going, getting off to a good start, those corn roots are going to be growing at a 35-degree angle. Guess what those corn roots are going to meet at some point in time? That high concentration of fertilizer. And I think that could set the stage up for some pretty top-end yields. At least that's our goal, that's our hope.